If you're approaching retirement, the two biggest money worries are usually whether you will have enough and will your investments go the distance. Today, I'll show you a simple way to calculate how much you can safely spend in retirement without having the fear of running out. The first step is to estimate how much income you will need to maintain your lifestyle when you eventually stop work. A useful benchmark is the New Zealand Retirement Expenditure Guidelines. These guidelines are updated each year and define a no frills and choices retirement in New Zealand respectively. The no frills is intended to cover the basics and provide a modest lifestyle, whereas the choices is intended to represent a more comfortable standard of living, which includes some luxuries or treats. According to the latest data, a two-person household in a metro area will need around 47,000 New Zealand dollars per year for a no-frills retirement and about $90,000 per year for a more comfortable choices retirement. For a single person, those numbers are $36,000 and $40,000 per year respectively. Of course, your own needs may differ. You may be happy with less than no frills, or the choices income may not be enough. But either way, the Retirement Expenditure Guidelines provide some useful reference points. If you're planning on withdrawing money from your investments at 65 and are happy to spend your assets over time, then you could opt for one or two different methods. You could select either the 4% method, with withdrawals increasing each year in line with inflation, or the 5% method, where the withdrawals are set at outset and don't increase over time. Under the 4% method, you'll be able to take 4% of your initial investments and adjust the withdrawals upwards each year to offset inflation so that the income maintains its real value. For example, if you retire with $500,000 of investments, this will give you $20,000 per year as a regular income, which will be paid in addition to New Zealand Super or any foreign government pensions you may receive. Alternatively, you could select the 5% method. Under this method, you can withdraw 5% of your initial investments, but don't make any adjustments each year for inflation. If you retire with $500,000, this will give you a higher starting income of $25,000 per year, but the spendable value of this will gradually reduce over time due to the effects of inflation. If you look at the typical pattern of retirement expenditure, most people tend to spend more in their early retirement, which then gradually tapers off as they become less active over time. The 5% withdrawal method may therefore align to this expenditure pattern by giving you a higher spendable income early on when you'll be most active. If we model both these methods, we can see that they have similar probabilities of running out of money based on a portfolio holding 50% in growth assets like shares and 50% in defensive assets like cash and fixed interest bonds. The 4% method is shown in real terms, whereas the 5% method is shown in nominal terms. To help illustrate the risk, we can perform a Monte Carlo projection. This shows the projected value of the portfolio at different confidence levels. Here we show the 25th, 50th and 75th percentiles, which you can think of as being a low, mid and high projection. As you can see, both methods carry a similar risk of running out, but they also give you a framework to plan and adjust things along the way. If you delay your retirement plans, say to age 70, you will be able to withdraw a higher initial income from your investments, around 6% per year. Similar to the 5% rule, this method assumes you do not make any upward adjustments for each year for inflation. If you retire with $500,000 of investments, this will give you a higher starting income of $30,000 per year. Plus, those 5 extra years provide more time for your investments to grow, so you should also be starting from a larger portfolio balance. Looking at the projections, the portfolio might last into your late 90s, but just like the other methods, there's still a small chance of running out earlier, depending upon the investment returns and how long you live. Finally, what if you don't want to spend down your assets at all and instead want to try and preserve the real value of your investments? Perhaps you want to pass your investments on to your children, or maybe you just don't like the idea of spending your capital. If that's the case, you'll need a more conservative withdrawal rate of around 2% per year. If you retire with $500,000 invested, this will then give you $10,000 per year of income. This method therefore comes with a rather heavy price tag, requiring approximately twice the starting level investments compared to the 4% method. But as we can see from the projection, which is shown in real terms, and again based upon a 50% growth, 50% defensive investment strategy, it should preserve the real value of the investment capital over time. A summary of the different withdrawal rates is shown in this table, together with the initial income levels based upon an initial portfolio of $500,000. Your chosen withdrawal method should align with your lifestyle goals and your risk tolerance. If you withdraw too aggressively, you risk running out of money too soon. If you withdraw too little, you may not fully enjoy your retirement. Finding the right balance is key, as well as keeping your situation under review and being willing to adapt as things evolve. If you're interested to learn more about financial and retirement planning issues that international migrants need to know when moving to New Zealand, we've also created other videos that you can explore on our YouTube channel. You can also visit our website www.pacificwealth.co.nz, which has other information and articles, and where you can book a free initial consultation. Thank you for watching, and if you found the content helpful, please drop us a like, comment and consider subscribing.